morning, Amy.
Thanks for joining us to share your story.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I want you to take us back 21 years. What do you remember about life in Sudan before the war?
Yeah, it was a peaceful country, especially, like the central area in Sudan and the capital surrounding area. It's always been a peaceful area. Um, it's not like the other areas in Western Sudan and South Sudan. It's always conflict on those areas. It was peaceful area until the Bashir and his regime uh, just come to the power, and the conflicts start to arise more and more all over the country.
And how did it get so bad that you decided to leave? What was it that you were witnessing?
The time that the Bashir that engaged in war in South Sudan, and they arise the Islamic idea, extremist jihadi ideas, and they start fighting in South really badly. They need they need fighters, they need soldiers, so they start capturing young people from the streets and put them in on camps or in military bases to train for a week or 2 weeks max, and then ship them to the war in South Sudan.
Did you see some of your friends become child soldiers?
Yes, some of my friends they became soldiers. Some of them they've been brainwashed to go to fight for as a jihadi, and they go to heaven and all those stuff. People know about it. So yeah, a lot of my friends they've been captured. Some of them they lost their lives. Some of them they get some. Issue, like mental issue, causes whatever they see, like they seen a lot of horrible things. So they got some mental issues. Some of them that lost their lives. So
Yeah.
yes, it's not good at all.
And how did you end up in Windsor?
The thing is, while this capturing things started on the road, on the street, on Sudan, my family decided to take us away from that. So we just leave the country to Egypt, as like visiting the neighbor country, which is Egypt. So we stayed down there in Egypt for a little while until I applied for the United Nations, and I came here as a refugees.
And your mom and your siblings came with
Yes,
you?
we all come as one family. Thanks God, and thanks for the
Yeah.
Canadian government and the Canadian embassy in Cairo.
And your mom
Yes.
went back to Sudan. Then she's in Egypt right now,
Yeah,
right?
she's in Egypt right now.
How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's doing fine. She left the country with my brother and sister to help her, support her to get her to Egypt, because she's old. She's 82 right now, and yeah, she faces a very bad experience because she was there when the war started in 2018.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're trying to get her back here.
Yes,
Do you
yes,
think that's possible?
yeah,
Okay.
she's a Canadian citizen. She can come here anytime. Yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking because you said she's 82, you were concerned about her health. I
Yes.
was thinking more from the health standpoint, it's okay for her to travel.
Yeah, I usually, somebody travel with her.
Okay.
One of my friends can bring her here, or I can travel and bring her here as well. It's not, it's about 11 hours flight.
That's a long time. When was the last time you were back in Sudan?
2020, after the revolution, I was excited. I went down there to see what's going on. It was beautiful. Everyone on the roads, they hoping for the democracy country. People they dream about democracy for 3 decades. The Bashir been on ruling the country for 30 years. So it was a disaster, like they destroy Sudan. Yeah, they destroy Sudan completely. They destroy it. So right now it's like there is no country. It's called Sudan. It's all like ashes.
So it sounds like you had a lot of hope for your country when you went back in 2020. Things were looking up.
Yes, yes. It's not only me. Everybody, every refugees, every Sudanese refugees abroad, they have a big hope, because we've been under coup and we've been under military control, dictatorship for very long time since 1965. Since it's been like that, it's been military, military, military. Like there is no any experience for democracy. There is no any experience for peace. Always was, it was problems in my country. It's always a problem in Sudan. We don't know anything about democracy. We just seen it on news, and we just experience it here in North America, in
Yeah, and it's
Canada, and
somebody here. Do you
it's
think we take that for granted?
we don't. Yes,
You think we
we
don't know
don't.
how good we've got it?
Oh, democracy is beautiful thing. Peace is beautiful thing. That's what we need. That's what Sudanese people looking for.
How does the war in 2003 compare to the civil war they're in now?
In 2003, while uh, the Khartoum regime fighting in South Sudan that time, the war started on Darfur. Was a very big turning point for the Sudanese military, because Sudanese military, they use all the resources to fight people in South. So right now there is another place that they need soldiers. So that's when Bashir went and bring those Janjaweed militia. He bring them and use them as his own protections, and he used them in Darfur area. They burn more than 3,000 villages, and they kill more than 1 million Darfurian people in that area. It was really, really bad in Darfur area. A lot of people lost their life. A lot of people, they forced to leave their areas, to be in camps, the refugees camps around the Chad and Libya and all those margins area. They left. They left all what they live before. They left all their lives, their schools, their homes, their hopes, everything, their lands. So it was really bad experience for people in that area.
I'm also thinking about your mom, how she's seen history unfold during her time there. Now she's leaving at her mid 80s. What's going through her mind at this time?
She's depressed sometimes, because like people, when especially old people, when they grow in a place, they want to die on it. So that's what she always, my mom, she's what she always say, I want to die on my bed, on my room, on my place. But I don't think this is going to be happening, because there is no any country anymore, which is really sad for a lot of people. It's not only her.
Before I let you go, for people who are listening, maybe want to help or understand a piece of this story, what do you want to say to people in Windsor?
Yeah, people, they just rise this issue. Like people, they always talk about Ukraine, talk about Gaza. They never talk about Sudan. So we there is an issue here. Like a lot of media institution, they should focus right now, because whatever the Sudan is going through right now is, I don't want to say it's more than what is going on in Ukraine or in Gaza or anywhere else.
Yeah,
They
you
got
can't
some
compare
issue.
wars.
I can't compare, but it's disaster. It is a serious disaster. So we need people to talk about issue in Sudan. Not people to talk about Sudan. There is people live down there. Beautiful people. People love lives. People have hopes. People have dreams. But right now they don't have anything. They don't have even, safe place to stay. I'm not talking about food. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just talking about the safety. They just want to be safe. They want peace
Yeah.
and they want democracy. So that's all what I'm asking you, Amy, and all the people that are on the media to talk about
Mm.
Sudan.
Well, I appreciate you coming in and shedding light on this and sharing your story. It allows us as a community to really put a voice and a face locally to something happening that feels so far away. And even just, when you share your story, there's no reference point for me. There's nothing I can understand. I can only have compassion and empathy for what you're saying. And I appreciate you enlightening us and sharing that. I know it's probably not easy to talk about, but we'll also be thinking about your mom.
Yeah, like I'm missing her for sure. I'm missing a lot of things. I was really happy when I went in 2020, and I was having a big hope
Yeah.
things will be okay. We'll be back. I'll take my kids back to see where I come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all gone.
Hopefully someday. Mohammed,
Absolutely.
thank you. I know this
Thank you
is
so
tough.
much. Appreciate it.